Haven't got it in long. Hi, everybody. Hope everyone's warm enough on this Sunday evening. As you can see, our special guest is lovely Luke.
Good evening.
Black Rifle.
Nice to be here.
Yay. It's a pleasure to have you, Luke. In a little while, I'm going to see who's in chat and say hello as normal. And then Luke is going to give us a rundown on the Kits for Kids auction that's coming up at the end of the month. He can explain it a lot better than we can, but we tried to do it on Tuesday and made a right balls up of it. So we'll get right on with the chat and see who's in. I'll start off with Keith. Keith's not in tonight. He's holidaying in Weymouth. Bless him.
I bet it's nice in Weymouth.
I bet it is. And hats off to him as well. Bless his heart. He suffers a lot with anxiety. So well done, Keith, for travelling up to Weymouth and having a holiday there, and he'll be back next week. So well done, Keith. Hope you're having a nice time there, mate. Pete's in. He's driving as normal.
Okay.
So steady, Pete. Mark Shellard's there as well. So's James to Bodley Go.
James.
Mr. Paul Price is there. Good morning, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Oh, Paul.
That's Richie. Richie's there. We know Richie's there.
Oh, Richie.
Oh, Lammy Lambkins. Randy's there. Hello, Randy.
Oh, Randy, I hope you're doing okay.
I hope Elaine's okay as well, darling. Yeah. Sam's there. Hello, Sam. Good morning.
Sam.
What, Australian Sam?
Australian Sam, yeah.
Sam for ages. Hope you're all right, Sam.
Yeah.
Lee Ha is there. Hello, Lee Ha.
Hello, Lee, huh?
So Skullfish, Jason.
Oh, Jason.
Rob from Rims Models is there as well. Hello, Rob.
Rob.
Nice to see ya. David J.M. is there as well. Hello. Who else is there? Sluggo's there.
Hello, Sluggo.
Yeah, he's given up the American football for this.
No.
We better make it a good one then, eh, Sluggo? Hugh's there. Hello, Hugh.
Okay.
I bet you're nice and cool up there in Scotland.
Yeah, it's time of year to live in Scotland, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
blimey.
they've had some heat, though, haven't they, this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had it.
They've also had some thunderstorms, I think, haven't they?
That's normal.
Lucky sods. Lovely Wayne's there. Hello, Wayne.
Oh, Wayne.
You're okay. Oh, God, my chat's just jumped like mad. Andy Preston's there. Hello, Andy. Very nice to see you. Lovely John Alex there. Hello, John.
John.
Hello.
And Stephen Haynes. Hello. Our little stub muffins in the chat. Hello. Who else is there? Lovely Terry Bobby Barn. Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, Terry.
How are you?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Tron's there. Hello, Tron.
Tron.
So, of course, busy tonight. Hello, Mark. Blue Streak.
No, Mark.
And Mark's there. So's Dominic.
Dominic. Danielle.
I'm getting hot. Is it getting hot, or is it just me having hot one? Dutchman Dave's there. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
So's George. GK.
George.
Gary Ride the Wind is there. Hello, Gary.
Gary.
Hello, Gary.
There you go. Mark Andrews. Hey, hello, Mark.
Oh, Mark.
I got your message, Mark. You told me to put a thumbs up, so I did. You caught me just before I was going to bed, so I did just put a
Wow.
thumbs up. I'm perfectly fine, thank you, Mark. Very hot, but I'm all right. Cool. Dan Usher is there. Hello, Dan.
I
Nice.
don't.
I'm trying to go through this chat as quickly as I can. So, God, Luke can get on with
Don't worry.
explaining all the gubbins. This chat's really jumpy tonight for some reason. Oh, there, I'm down the bottom of it already. Wow. How many we got in? 43. Mind you, it's you all right there, Richie?
Yeah, get up, getting up.
You having a flush, mate?
Yeah,
You have not one, love?
yeah.
Hello to Obi Time with Stephen.
Yeah, I said hello to Obi Time. Yeah. Oh, no, I haven't. I haven't seen Obi Time. Is he in?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Hello, Obi Time. If you're there, I haven't seen you.
David JM. Hello, David.
Yeah, I said hello to David J. I've said hello to everybody. I didn't see Obi Time. I've seen Terry Obi-Bon.
Han's in. Hello, Han.
Where are you getting these from? I haven't seen Han.
Off the list of paper I got up beside the computer. Okay.
Oh, yes, I see. Yeah, right. Yeah, Obi Time's just come in now. Yeah. Proper job. Daniel, go for it. Painting's just come in as well.
Daniel.
Yeah, that's everyone. They're all starting to pile in now, aren't they? We've only just started, so there we are. There. So we're done.
Done already.
Oh, look, there he is. There's the bear.
Yeah, he's not happy. He's too happy.
Oh, I bet he is with all that fur. Blimey.
Yeah, well,
I
the
ain't
kids have
happy about it either, and I ain't got any fur.
They have two coats, so they have an inner coat and an outer coat. So
it's Jade.
Proper warm for him.
Oh, wow. Oh, bless his heart. Oh, he's
all right in here
too, isn't he? Oh, he's sweetheart. Oh.
But yeah, he's doing all right. It's going to cool down this week.
Jamesy boy's in as well. Hello, James.
Hello, James.
Pardon me, I keep belching. Sorry. That's it for a minute. So, apart from me being sticky, having hot ones and all the rest of it, there we go. Luke.
Okay. So,
you.
firstly, thank you to you for allowing me on your stream. The reason I'm here is to talk about Kids for Kids and more importantly, well, not more importantly, but more specifically, the Kids for Kids auction. So that's running on the Black Rifle Model Works channel on the 29th September, which is 2 weeks on Friday, I believe. Yeah, 2 weeks this Friday, 8 p.m. UK time. It's a live charity auction. So the idea is over the last, well, since the start of the year, really, as a club, because Black Rifle Model Works is a club, we have been receiving donations of kits, paint sets, tools. You can hear him now. Someone's at walk past. Perfect time. All that sort of stuff. So someone has sent us stuff, and what we're going to do is we're going to auction it off. Now, as it stands today, is we have 69 lots to auction. As it stands today. However, a couple of businesses, sort of corporate sponsors, have got in touch with us over the last sort of 72 hours, and they're sending stuff. So by the time the auction goes live, we should have, I believe, 90 lots to auction. So there's going to be all sorts. There's kits there. They're all new. They're all unstarted, of all genres. So everything from cars to submarines, aircraft, civilian air, there's everything there. Paint sets, airbrushes, tools, the whole lot. So we would implore everyone watching Sue's channel. If you're not already subscribed to the Black Rifle Model Works channel, and it's not to plug the channel, but subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification, because over the next couple of weeks, what we'll do is as new lots come in, we'll add them to the list, and we'll just do very short updates videos on the build up to the auction with what's available. It's really, really simple on the 9th. Say again, mate.
Link. I've just put the link in the chat for your channel.
Thank you. So on the night, all you need to do is be watching us live on the Black Rifle Model Works channel. And if you want to bid on something, you bid on it in the chat. The winning bid, each lot will be auctioned for 2 minutes, because 90 lots, even at 2 minutes, is going to take a while. Whoever wins that particular lot is liable for the postage, because there's no point us, someone winning an auction for £5 and then it costing us and the charity 15 quid to post it to them if they're in the US or wherever. It's pointless because we'll lose money. So whoever wins it is liable for the postage. What will happen then is, by the end of that weekend, we hope all that money will be received. It's going to a standalone PayPal address. So it's not a personal PayPal address. It's a Black Rifle Model Works PayPal address, purely and simply for the purposes of the auction. Once we've got your money, we'll post that kit out to you. Let us know when you receive it. We'll take you off the list. Once all that's done and everyone's got their kit, we will then have a complete total less the postage. All that money, every single penny, will then be sent to Mark Andrews, it's his idea, it's his baby, the Kits for Kids project. We'll send all that money to Mark and he will distribute it accordingly through the charity. So for those of you who don't know, I know Mark's been on your channel, Sue, talking about what Kits for Kids is.
Yes.
There's a video on the Black Rifle Model Works channel that you can have a look at that explains what it is. There's a video on Mark's channel that explains exactly what it is. In a nutshell, what we're trying to do is raise £5,000, and we've been fundraising all year. We're coming to the end now. We're trying to raise £5,000 so that we can purchase 500 Airfix quick build kits, so no paint, no glue. Quick build kits that are then going to be distributed throughout the UK, and they're going to be taken to children's hospitals, children's homes, disadvantaged children, all that stuff throughout the UK. So on Christmas morning, these kids that are either waking up in hospital and miserable, because what kid wants, who wants to be in hospital, adult or child, on Christmas Day? They're going to have a kit to open. For these other kids that are disadvantaged for whatever reason, that will get nothing ordinarily to open on Christmas morning, which is, I'm sure everyone agrees, is an absolute travesty in the 5th richest country in the world.
Yeah.
But that's the reality. They will have something to open on Christmas morning, and not something that they can open and put that, something that they can physically build and they can play with it or whatever they choose to do with it. So that's what Kits for Kids is. We're currently just tipping the 3,000 mark. The ideal scenario is this 90 lot on the 29th of September raises £2,000. We hit the target. We then ping an email to Airfix on the Monday morning and say, send us 500 kits. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah.
There's some really nice stuff in that auction. If you look at the video on the channel where the 69 lots are on there, I think I shared that link to your page as well, Sue.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
So you can look through what we've got already. There's some amazing, there's everything on there. So there's stuff like a 70-second Airfix starter kit Spitfire, right the way through to the brand new tool 24 scale Airfix Spitfire, and everything in between. So there's something for everyone there. It really is. We would employ you to dig deep. It's for charity. So we know that, you can get that kit for a £5 on eBay, pay £6 for it on the auction. Yeah. And that extra £1 is going to a great cause.
Yeah.
But there is literally something for everyone. We won't be running the stream, and it sounds hard. We won't be running the stream as like a social stream, so we won't be chatting loads because we're going to have 90 lots to auction off. You know, it's going to take hours. We will break at certain points so people can go get a cup of tea, use the toilet, whatever. But we are literally going to do a very short introduction and then bang straight into the auction, because otherwise we'll be going till
You're going to be
Saturday.
there all night.
We will, because there's so many lots. I know, looking at the chat, there's a lot of people in your chat here that have sent us stuff. All of you guys on screen have sent us stuff.
Yes.
So we can't thank you enough, because without the community sending this stuff to us, we couldn't do it.
No.
Do it. We've been very fortunate. If anyone likes Rubicon kits, Rubicon models are massively behind the auction and massively behind the charity. They've sent us loads and loads of stuff, brand new, as you would get it from them, hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of stuff. So there's lots of Rubicon stuff. Inside the Armour, which is a well-known modelling publication company, they're sending us brand new books to auction off. And if you've never seen Inside the Armour book, they're really, really good quality books. They're sending us stuff. Ultimate Modelling Products are sending us stuff. And then everyone in the community that sent stuff to us, you know, and we're just going to sell it. If, in the unfortunate circumstance, there are unsold lots, which could happen. We hope it doesn't. We want hundreds of people watching, hundreds of people bidding, and we want to sell everything on the night. If we don't, then the agreement between us as an admin team at Black Rifle Model Works and with Mark and his club, and obviously it's their baby, what we're going to do is we're going to put all the stuff that hasn't sold in a box, and then at Telford we're going to take that box and give it to Models for Heroes. That's what we're going to do with anything that doesn't sell. But we're hoping that everyone bids and every single lot that we've got sells. That's what we're hoping for.
I'm sure everything will sell.
We smash the $2,000 we need, which means we smash the $5,000 target, and we can email Airfix Monday. That's what we want to do. And that's it in a nutshell. So all you need to do is subscribe to hit the bell notification. Every video that's released on the Black Rifle Model Works channel in relation to the auction, I'll share with Sue's permission on her group, so all you guys can see it. You can see exactly what lots are now coming in last minute almost. And there's some fantastic stuff. So, you know, you'll get a bargain. You will get a bargain.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're going to put a smile on a kid's face Christmas Day.
That's the main thing. Put a kid's
What's not to like?
That's
you know?
the main thing.
What's not to like? There's some real great stuff there. And that's it in a nutshell.
Oh, well, you've explained that a lot better than we tried to do on Tuesday.
Don't worry. We've been planning this for months, so we're kind of trying to know all the ins and outs of it, really.
It was sort of hit and miss on Tuesday between me and Richie.
But in the meantime, if anyone's got any questions in relation to the auction or, you know, the charity or whatever, contact one of the admins from Black Rifle Model Works. If you go if you're not on Facebook, you can join the Facebook group and send us a message. Or if you're not on Facebook, if you look at any of our videos, or even if you look at the channel, in that description, there's an email address. So just send an email to that if you're not on Facebook, and we'll try and answer any questions or queries that you have. Say again, mate.
All payments via PayPal. Isn't it?
All via PayPal. And that's for two reasons, really. So firstly, it's transparent. So there can never be any question of, well, I sent this money, and it's all transparent. It gives us protection as the sellers. Because that's what we are essentially. And it also gives the person sending the money protection that if for whatever reason that kit doesn't arrive, firstly contact us and we'll try and rectify that issue. But if for whatever reason it doesn't arrive, you have PayPal protection. So no one's going to lose out from either side, and that's why we've gone the PayPal route. If there is, I mean, you don't need a PayPal account to send money via PayPal. You don't need a PayPal account. You can use a credit or debit card or whatever, and just send it to that PayPal address. Comes straight out of your bank. Most people now have a PayPal account if they're doing online stuff. But if you haven't, you can still use it even with your debit card. We will send stuff anywhere in the world if you're lucky enough to win. But just be aware you're going to have to pay the postage. So if you're in the States, it's going to be way more expensive for us to send you a 70-second Airfix kit than it is if you live in Leeds. You know, that's just the nature of the business because we're in the UK. It is what it is. So, yeah. I've just seen a comment in the chat from Jamesy Boy saying, I'm guessing you don't use friends and family on PayPal. Yes, you can send it via friends and family. We would rather you send it via friends and family because then it avoids any commission from PayPal. But we also understand, so for a lot of people watching now, they don't know me. They don't know Black Rifle Model Works.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know who we are. So we understand that people might be a bit cautious sending money. If they want to send it as a business payment, then they can. And we'll just take the hit, or the charity will take the hit on that commission charge from PayPal. But we'll talk about that on the introduction on the night.
Yeah.
We would rather people send friends and family. We assure you we're not going to rip anyone off. We have a fairly sizable presence in the community in the UK with physical shows. There's a Facebook group, there's an email address, there's a YouTube channel. We are who we are. You know, we're not fly by night. We've been around for a long time in one shape or form. So we're not going to rip anyone off. We're just trying to raise as much money as we can. And that's it.
There we are. Jeff's joined us. Jeff Light. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
So is Josh, Wisdom Design. Hello, Josh. Josh. He's asking when the auction starts. I think he's a member of Ice Queen, isn't he? Richie? Josh?
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Josh has been very generous. He sent us a lot of stuff, to be fair.
I think he's a member of Facebook group, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I'm sure he is.
So
Josh, keep your eye on the group, on our group as well. It's 8 o'clock UK time on the 29th of September. I think Josh is about 6 or 7 hours behind.
Right. Okay.
So depending where you are in the States, because they've got about 3 different time zones. So it will be sort of Friday afternoon-ish, I'm guessing, if you're in the States. If you're in Australia, it'll be very early, sort of Saturday morning, I guess.
Yeah. And I'm sure he's subbed to you, Luke, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, I'll speak to Josh.
Yeah, so, you know, he'll get a notification anyway, won't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Harry Marwick's there as well. Hello, Harry.
Oh, Harry.
I also saw David, 411 maintainer. He jumped in as well while we were having a chat there about that. Who else? I saw somebody else jump in.
Adam's in. Adam from Challenger Models.
Adam's in. Hello, Adam.
I kick him out, so he's dodgy.
Kick him out.
He's dodgy.
Did you say he was dodgy, Luke? We'll have to keep an eye on him then. Oh, Adam's the car. He likes the car.
He's one of our admins. Adam
yeah. He liked the car, didn't he?
Yeah.
He Scooby.
Yeah, he does the odd car. They're shit, but he does the odd car.
Well, thank you for liking my Subaru, Adam. You're very kind. Philip H is there as well. I don't do very many cars now. I mainly do me figures now. I'm into me figures now. It's more relaxing for me.
You'll like our Christmas group build then soon.
Oh no, not another.
No, you will. You'll like it.
Oh God.
It's going to be sci-fi, so you can do a Warhammer, just 40k.
Yeah, yeah. For our 40k was more vehicle-y stuff.
There's loads of figures, loads. I'll send you some links. I'll send you some links.
Oh,
no, you've still got all the demons and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I like. I'm not into the
Armor side of it.
The armor side of it.
Yeah, there's still like loads of demons and all that stuff that you like painting.
Yeah. I'm more that side of it than the other side of it.
On the show last weekend, Sue, I went with Luke and Adam with.
Yeah.
There was more figures. I think there's only one Dan Blade, whatever you call it.
Yeah, my Dan Blade, and all Adams.
Yeah, the rest of them are all figures. And Adams resin printed massive great thing. Yeah, Thunderbolt. Yeah, the rest of them are all figures.
Mind you say about sci-fi, but I really, really would love to get a bust of Ahsoka.
There you go. That's sort of figurine creature-ish. That's Warhammer 40k, so that would fit.
Yeah.
So I'll send you some links of all the stuff you can.
Yeah. But I'd really like to get a bust of Ahsoka.
Okay.
You know who Ahsoka is?
I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, Giddy. Yeah. He might be. He knows now. For Josh. Josh is writing Star Wars.
Yeah.
And he loves Ahsoka. It's one of his favourite.
There'll be loads of that stuff. There'll be loads of stuff you can get for that.
But I really like a bust of that and to do her.
There you go. That fits sci-fi and Star Wars.
Yeah, but a nice size one, not a big one, but a nice size one. I'd really love to do her. She's really cool. Petra's in. Hello, Petra.
Hello, Petra. Gary.
Gary's not there yet, so I presume he's still locked in the shed. Paul Price says sci-fi build. I might have paint by Christmas.
Yeah, I mean we'll announce that. I mean it's not about that tonight. That's something that we're running on Black Rifle, but will be announced probably beginning of October to start in November, and it's kind of we try and do a Christmas / seasonal build. So, but yeah, it will be sci-fi theme this year. So keep your eye on that.
For that then.
Oh, I got a razor, Preston. Oh
Mark Andrews, what's he saying? He says, for the guys who are new to Kits for Kids Project 23, I have to publicly give a massive, massive thank you to Luke and the team for all their work in this project. The guys have absolutely smashed it. There you go.
Thank you, Mark. It's still a bit to go yet, mate. Still a bit to go, but we're good. We're ready. We're ready now.
I'm sure you'll meet your target.
I hope so. I hope so. I mean, ultimately, we as Black Rifle Model Works and me as an individual, we can't take any credit for the idea, for the charity or anything, because it was all Mark's idea. Mark just reached out to us at the beginning of the year and said, "Can you help?" Well, I'm not going to swear. You got to be some sort of arsehole to say no, because of the cause.
Yeah,
who doesn't want to help kids at Christmas? It's a no-brainer, isn't it? But I'll reiterate what we said, that we couldn't have done it without everyone who's watching here, watches our channel, is members of our group, and all the companies that have got behind it as well. Because there's no point doing an auction if you've got nothing to sell.
No.
True.
It's pointless, So really, it's the community that have supported it. We're just the mouthpiece, really, that are going to auction it off. It's the community that have done it. It's not us.
It's hard work to organise it.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it takes a lot of organising and
Before and after, yeah.
He says you're a diamond.
Thank you, Mark.
Sluggo says he likes your dog, Luke.
Say again.
Sluggo says he likes the dog.
Yeah, he's all right.
Oh, it's a bear.
He's beautiful. He's massive. He's strong. They're inherently stubborn. I wouldn't say they're untrainable, but they ain't far off. But yeah, we love him. But he's only a baby. He's only 11 months old. So. He's still a puppy.
Oh dear. What else? What else? Nothing else in the chat. Nothing going on.
That's not beef.
So what are you working on at the moment, Luke? Anything interesting? What you
Everything.
Oh, you're doing that playing, aren't you? You're doing
So yeah, so traditionally, I suppose, and I don't like anyone to pigeonhole themselves as a modeler, because the hobby is so varied.
Yeah.
And I think, and I stand by it, that if you only build armor, if you only build aircraft, if you only build cars, if you only build ships, whatever your genre of choice is, you're missing out on so much, because there's so much out there for you to get involved in. But traditionally, I suppose, I'm known, if you like, as an armor builder, really. And in recent years, probably Warhammer 40k, Rubicon type stuff. So I made a promise to myself that in 2024, I'm going to build aircraft. And that's going to be my focus, really. Because I've done a few, but I've never done them to a standard I've been happy with at all.
No, they look all right to me.
I've never, the thing with the Warhammer stuff and the armor and the Rubicon stuff, I've kind of done. I'll continue to do Rubicon stuff, absolutely, because I build on behalf of Rubicon. But they've been in a few competitions this year. They've done quite well. They did well at Telford last year.
Yeah.
There's kind of nowhere else to go with them, if that makes sense, for me as a modeler. So I've never really built aircraft to a standard that I was happy with. Whereas you look at people like Al McNeish, Adam Challenger, like if they build a plane, they build a plane. Do you know what I mean? Where my interest really is like fast jets, like Mark does with his tornadoes and all that stuff. That's where my interest is. World War II prop aircraft.
Yeah.
They don't really float my boat, but I think they're a great learning tool to build aircraft. So with that in mind, currently, which is just about finished, I'm just working on a base for it. I've been working on the Airfix Mustang in 48, but the RAF version. So that just needs some more oil work and all that sort of stuff. Finish the base, and the idea is it'll be finished for the show we're at next weekend. That's the plan. Whether it gets there or not, let's see. But what I've tried to do, as we all try to do, is use proper techniques on it that I've never used before when I built aircraft. I've very much built aircraft in an armor builder way before. So the plan for 2024 is you'll hopefully see a lot of aircraft on my bench. That's the plan. Culminating in what I want to do is get one to a standard that I'm happy to put it on the competition at Telford 2024 and see what happens.
Wow.
We'll see. And then 2025 is going to be ships.
Oh. Whoa.
Well, probably a ship, because it'll probably take me about a year to do it. But I really want to build. I've got it. I really want to build a 350 scale Bismarck. That's what I really want to build.
Nice.
So I've got it. I've got all the PE aftermarket. I've got all the wooden deck. I've got everything. Everything you could possibly get for that kit, I've got it. What I haven't got is the confidence to open the boxes and get going with it. So I'm going to do a smaller one first, not smaller scale, but a smaller ship, because I think really 350. If you go below that, to me they look like toys that you float in the bath at 700th and 1200th scale and all that sort of stuff.
350 is easier.
So 350th or bigger is the scale that I want to do. So I think I'm going to do, what do they call it? The Dreadnought, HMS Dreadnought, which was the first sort of proper battleship the Royal Navy had.
Like more than 350.
In 1/350th, yeah.
It's still quite
and throw everything at it, all the aftermarket and everything. And do that one first before I tackle the Bismarck.
It's still quite fiddly because that's a 1/350 HMS Kent.
Yeah. So
it's still very small.
I don't know whether you know the guy, Paul. Ben, I always butcher his surname. Ben, it's Italian.
Bellotti
or something like that. Apologies, Ben, if you end up watching this because I've just butchered your name to death. But he was at the show that myself and Richie were at last weekend, and he's now started a SIG, a 350th scale naval SIG. He'll be at Telford this year with his SIG. And I was looking at some of the stuff on there, and I was like, yeah, I want to do a submarine, I want to do a Dreadnought, I want to do a Bismarck, all in 350th scale. But next year will be aircraft. That's the plan. That's the plan. Because I mean, you look at the way some people, when we all get inspired, don't we? We all see stuff and think, yeah, I want to be able to do it like that. But we've been very lucky as a group. In my opinion, some of the best modelers in the world are in our group. Aircraft-wise, John Bryan, if you know his name, he's got a blog and stuff that he does. His aircraft are they just blow your mind. And I've seen them in the flesh at Telford last year. We ended up having dinner with him, I think, on the Friday or the Saturday. Really nice guy, but yeah, he can knock a plane together, that's for sure. And you look at that stuff and you're like, that's not that you'll ever get to that standard, but that's what you aspire to. And if you fall short of it, it's still 100 times better than anything you've done before, So
yeah.
Hi, Sin.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Hi, Sin.
Expect a lot of aircraft. I've got loads in the stash. I've got loads. I just never built them. I've got all the aftermarket for them, everything. I've just never built them because I'm scared of them.
Don't be scared. Just go for it. Stephen Lloyd's there as well. Hello, Stephen.
Stephen.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I like. I think he's in our group as well, isn't he? We were only talking about him the other day, Richie.
Could be anyone, Richie, couldn't it?
Oh, hell.
Could be anyone.
Yeah, Richie's like, that narrows it down.
Yeah, I remember that very well.
John Stone. John Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, John Stone. Yeah.
John Stone.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What that bloke kicks out is, innit?
So if you go, you're a member of our group, aren't you? So if you go onto our group in the last, 4 hours maybe, John has finished his 16th scale Panther, and he's done a video. He's done a YouTube video about it, and yeah, have a look at that. It'll blow your mind. It's massive, massive.
Yeah.
But there's no detail left undone. No. He's done a full interior on it. But you can't see the interior now.
Yeah.
Because it's all closed up. But yeah, amazing.
One that impressed me last week was Paul Price's Spitfire.
Yeah. That was nice.
Random picture on Sue's Facebook.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, very nice.
I nicked it for the banner. I thought, I'm having that. That was beautiful, wasn't it? Really nice. Yeah.
Hi, Shane.
Hi, Shane. But yeah, I'm always in awe of John Stone's work. He always kicks out lovely work, doesn't he?
He does.
Always.
There he is. He's in the shop.
Look, he's there. Stand by, Sue. He's there. Oh, bless. Hello, John. Talk of the devil. Oh dear, I've been caught. Just talking about your lovely work.
Seamus is another one, isn't it? With all these lights, you know, I know it's a different aspect to the modelling.
Oh, he's my building buddy at the moment.
Okay.
It started. He wanted me to do a car. That's why I had to do that car. That Subaru, because he wanted me to do a car. So I ended up doing a car. So I finished that one. He said, "Oh, what's next?" And I said, "My turn." I said, "A figure." I thought he won't have a figure in his stash. He won't. And what's he come out with? He said, "Oh," he said, "I've got just the thing." I thought, "You're kidding me." So he's come out with a Terminator figure, hasn't he?
There you go.
Mark's going to make a cup of tea.
That's what I mean. The hobby is so varied.
Yeah.
So varied.
Yeah.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And of course, he lights up everything. He's put his light in, you know, his red eye, and he's amazing as well. I love John's work. Love John's work. Brilliant.
Yeah, something for everyone, which is good. That's what it should be like.
Yeah.
Because for I don't do cars, but it doesn't mean I don't appreciate.
Oh,
when
no.
someone builds a car.
Yeah.
You still look at it and go, yeah, that's good work.
Yeah.
You know, just because it's not your thing doesn't mean that you can't appreciate. Because we're all modelers.
Yeah.
We all open a box where everything's on a sprue and we put it together.
Yeah, that's what I say about, you know, planes.
Regardless of the end result.
You know, I don't do planes. I can't. It's just not my thing. I've tried, and I have done one.
I'm not going to
and I tried another one, and it just didn't work out. But I do appreciate other people's work and what goes into doing it.
Not because
you know,
you understand if you build models, you understand the time, the effort, the work that's gone into whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
Because they don't build themselves, do they? You know, regardless, they don't. So, yeah, something for everyone.
I mean, I've done a tank. I bugged up the tracks on it and shoved it in a dio, and I haven't built another one. It's just not my thing. But then I appreciate other people's work that they do, like John's Panther. It's amazing, but I couldn't do it.
I see.
You know, but it doesn't mean to say that I don't appreciate it.
Philip's very disappointed, Sue. He's just put a comment in the chat saying, when you said you're having a special guest, he thought it was going to be the king. So he's very disappointed. I thought people were going to be disappointed, actually, because I think it was last week.
Jess.
I was driving home from Kent, and you had Jess on.
Yeah.
So when you put up the post earlier, saying special guest, I'm sure lots of people were expecting to see Jess.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately you got me with a fucking beard.
That's all right. I sooner look at Jess.
I'm fairly sure everyone's gone over that. That's a massive disappointment.
Jess will be on again sometime. We do like Jess.
This is what they do like Jess. They love Jess to bits. And I noticed she's a member of the Black Rifle now.
She did. She joined you. I was speaking to Jess earlier. Well, earlier today. So she's like 5 hours, 6 hours behind, isn't she?
That's it, 5 hours, yeah.
Because I remember her saying she wants to do an aircraft. So I messaged her and said that the next build series on the channel will be an aircraft.
Yes.
So stand by, because I don't know what I'm doing either. So the whole point of that build series is everyone will be learning along with me as I get it wrong, you know.
Because I think wasn't she saying something about camo?
Yeah.
Or something, wasn't she? And we all said, "Oh, Luke."
I mean,
don't watch Luke, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that's
camo. Really, whether you're putting on an aircraft or a tank or a car, whatever, the way you do camouflage is, unless you're going into the realms of like digital camouflage and stuff. Which is interesting. Or like Richie did his Berlin Brigade camo scheme on his Challenger, like that's a whole new level of camouflage.
Yeah.
But you know, your normal, what you would envisage camouflage to be. Yeah, go and look at my channel. I'll show you how to do that, or how I do it, not how you do it.
So we sort of passed the buck.
Yeah.
Watch Luke.
Yeah.
But she's a cracker. She is. She's brilliant. She's lovely.
As I
Jack.
say, I'm sure lots of people are disappointed where my ugly must came on the screen instead. Yeah. Ah, switch it off
That's
now.
why I don't put a name on. See, I keep them guessing
Keep them guessing.
until the night.
Was that Chilberton Junction? Oh,
Yeah, Chobberton Junction. Hello. Yeah, they've been in before. He's been in before. Yeah, but she is lovely, and they keep saying, "When's Jess coming back?" She'll be back at some stage in the near future. She'll come back. Yeah, she will. Bless her. She's mad as a box of frogs, but she's a sweetie.
Aren't we all?
Well, I don't know.
I am.
You speak for yourself.
I was digressing a little bit. As what happens in the community, as you guys know, people throw their toys out the pram quite regularly.
Yeah.
And it kind of happened on our group during the week. I won't go into why, but people were getting very, very upset. And in the end, I was like, look, it doesn't really matter, does it? We're all grown men playing with plastic soldiers.
Yeah.
No one really gives a shit. We're not running the UN. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
right,
Chill out. Chill out. We're playing with plastic toys. No one cares.
yeah.
But people do. They get very upset about it.
Oh, it's mad, isn't it? It must be the hot weather this week. I don't know.
No, I think it's just modelers. I think we're all a bit nuts.
It's something. I don't know. Oh, God. Right. Who else is in then? Just Sin. Chobberton. I don't know Chobberton's name. Anyone remember Chobberton's name?
No, it's a new one for me. Sluggo
No.
saying about German camouflage, World War One, World War Two. Yeah, some real interesting camo schemes. Yeah. Which from a modelling point of view is a really interesting subject because as a painter, that's going to challenge it. Some of those schemes.
Mm. Oh, I see, sir.
Yeah,
I
so
see,
that's-
I see. Did you
It's
say
been
it?
here a while, Dave.
Yeah,
Eh?
I said hello.
Yeah, he's been here a while, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Sorry, Dave. You watching any good series?
No,
Don't go there.
no.
Pete didn't like that last ship. I don't think.
No, it's a bit far-fetched, isn't it? Though?
Oh, don't you start and all. I already had that out with them this morning.
I can't
On the
imagine.
Aussies.
Anyway, I'll shut up because you liked it. I can't imagine US Navy High Command allowing
Oh, here we
just
go.
going around the
Oh,
planet
no.
doing what it wants. Ain't gonna
That's
happen.
exactly what they said this morning.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen.
I said it's not real. It's for entertainment. Oh,
Yeah, is it Sluggo in your chat there saying? Passion?
yeah.
I guess he's referring to modelers getting out their prom over stuff. Passion, a great God-given instinct. But it will kill you.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. So yeah, people do get very passionate, which is a good thing. It is a good thing because we're all passionate about what we do. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it. But there are limits.
Yeah.
And there he is. So Ben, who I butchered his surname, is now in the chat.
Oh, is it?
And his SIG, that's the name of it, Snap or double S Snap.
Has he got a YouTube page?
Sort of naval air power and that sort of
Has he got a YouTube
submarines,
page?
naval air power. But yeah, Paul, it's all 350th scale. And it's an IPMS SIG now that Ben runs. So it's all naval.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah, put your link in, Ben.
You
Because
can.
I've got it. I've got it.
You go with spanner and see what.
Okay, all right.
There you go. Is it Ben? Is it
Yeah,
Hi, Ben.
Yeah.
Ben?
Benedetto Divisio.
I found it. I've also given you a sub. Oh, Jeff's, oh dear, Jeff. Sadly, Sue, some do actually believe it to be true. I know, but it is purely for entertainment.
Yeah, take it for what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
Some of the
Yes.
bloody rubbish that's on there.
It's better than Coronation Street, put it that way. Gary's there. Hello, Gary. The other half of Petra is in.
That's all right.
She's let you out at last.
Do you put Ben's
Yes, the link's in the chat.
how to? Oh, there. Ooh, yeah, Ben.
Stig's there. Hello, Stig.
Look at that later.
Paul, you want to see our ship being built, mate? You want to look on Ben's?
Yeah, that's what I just sub to now, and I should be going
Yeah.
over and having a decker with that.
Oh, I don't really do floaty things as well. I done one floaty thing. It didn't turn out well.
He's,
What did it think?
I don't think I'm made to do floaty things or flying things. Or do you know what? I'd love to do a helicopter, but I feel that it'd go the same way as a plane.
I got a Chinook in there.
Have a go.
Because I've really got a thing about helicopters. I love helicopters, but I'm
What
frightened
sort of
of
helicopter?
building one. Eh?
What sort of helicopter?
Oh, I just love helicopters.
Like military or civilian type?
No, the big helicopter thing, like the Chinooks and things
Chinook.
like that.
I can recommend.
I like the big
The
helicopter.
Chinook's quite a big helicopter anyway. But I can
just a normal. What did we see? A Merlin, wasn't it, the other day?
Oh, Merlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so believe it or not, Italy 72nd scale helicopters in the main are very, very good.
Yeah.
Kits. And they're not a lot of money either.
It's like doing a plane now, isn't it?
No, it's like doing a tank.
Oh my god.
Without
But without the tracks.
Without tracks. Because helicopters, especially military helicopters, by their very nature, are very what's the word? Agricultural. So unlike a plane that's all nice curves and all, helicopters aren't. There's lots of rivets. They're like a piece of armor. Essentially, it's just got a rotor on the top and it flies.
Yeah.
So military helicopters, you would approach that build in a similar way to a piece of armor, really. Paul Price is saying that don't try to tack on Apache. I've got one over there, just ready for deckling now. It's built. Yeah, it's a lovely kit. The detail on it is phenomenal. But you may as well throw the instructions away because they're rubbish. So I've pretty much built mine from reference pictures rather than the instructions. And the decals in that kit, awful.
See,
I've got the aftermarket decals now, so it'd
have to be something easy because I know nothing about them.
There we go.
But I like them.
So this is one I did. I put some extra detail and stuff inside this one, but this is Italy as a US Coast Guard Jayhawk, it's called. So you can see how big.
Oh, look at that!
And you get one of them for less than a tenner.
Wow!
You don't have to put all the detail in the cockpit and stuff. Out the box, it will build pretty well.
Yeah.
Those are normally white and red. I did the yellow one because they're like their 60th anniversary or whatever. But yeah, they're really nice kits, the Italy ones, 72nd scale. And they do a Chinook. I built that, and that goes together pretty well out of the box.
I did the 148 Wessex, the Falklands one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
that's a
goes
good
together
kit.
okay, yeah.
That's a
Oh,
good kit.
yeah.
I built that in 2018.
I might have a go. I don't know what it is about them. I just love helicopters.
Yeah. Blind Dutchman said he's busy on a Ravel Huey, the old kit. It's challenging. Yeah, I built that and did it as a crash dio. The only way you could get away with that kit really is to smash it to bits and crash it.
There's Jess.
Yeah,
Jess is
challenging.
back. Hello,
Yeah,
Jess. Oh, lovely Jess is back in the chat. She says, Luke, thanks so much again for applying to be a sponsor for my club's show. It really is appreciated by everyone.
Yeah, no problem. Not me personally, but as a club,
Yeah.
I think Jess's club, which is in Charleston, I believe, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And they're holding their show in October, and they were looking for sponsors for their like contest categories and stuff. It's not loads of money. So we're going to sponsor one of the categories as Black Rifle Model Work. Because the bigger shows, they always get loads of sponsors and all that stuff. But smaller clubs, smaller shows, they struggle. So, yeah, if we can help out, we're happy to do so.
Yeah. Oh, well done.
IKH.
Owen's in.
Owen.
Nemo. He said, I know nothing about them, but I like them, same as me and women.
Know nothing about them. You'll never understand a woman.
You twit, Owen. Kurt's in. Hello, Kurt.
Hello, mate.
It's in. That's it. That's all the new ones in. Yay! I might have a go then.
Yeah. Honestly, look at Italeri. Just type in Italeri 172 helicopter, and then you'll see everything. They do quite a few, and there might be some. I know they definitely do a Chinook. They definitely.
I got an Airfix one in there.
There you go.
What's it? What is it easy?
Yeah. Airfix was easy.
Because I don't know nothing about them, so the instructions have got to be plain as day.
Yeah, they are really.
Airfix, you can't go wrong with either Talieri or Airfix. So they're
not for a helicopter. I mean, that linked Richie's just finished. I've built those. They're nice.
Yeah.
The links.
All the bits are built. They just need assembling after it's decal. But that's the Tacom Apache as it is now. But that's 35th scale, so it's huge.
Yeah.
Nice. But yeah, helicopters are nice builds.
Oh,
but yeah, that's been stalled for a while now. So I was hoping to. There you go. There's the links. That's a nice kit.
That's nice.
What else? The new Airfix Sea King. That's a nice kit.
Yeah.
48 scale. Yeah, Airfix links. Anything Italiarian 72nd scale, really.
Oh, yeah, I've got to have a go at that. Gary's got a question for Luke. Luke, I've got the Tacom Apache in the British version. Are there aftermarket decals for this version yet?
Nope. Is a quick answer. No. So I was looking up. So the aftermarket decals that are out there now that you can buy are by a company called Caracal Models, I believe they are, based in the US. Their decals that they've released are cartograph decals, so they're going to be good. But they've only released them at the moment for the American, so the US Army D and E versions. But I would imagine, because they basically sold out. As soon as they released them, they sold out, which is why there's none in the UK yet. I was lucky enough to be sent some from the States. But But because they've sold out so quickly, and obviously lots of people have bought the tack-on British kit and the Israeli kit and everything else, I would imagine that down the line, Caracal will release aftermarket decals for every tack-on kit, because it's, you know, I wouldn't say they're unusable, the tack-on ones, but you're potentially going to ruin your model. And that's a kit that takes months and months to put together because of the level of detail in it. So what you don't want to do is spend months and months building it, get your base paint on it, and then ruin it with substandard decals, because it's gone then, isn't it? And once those decals are on, you ain't getting them off. They're like wallpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not good.
What's the Revell Puma like then, Richie?
There's Pumas out there, yeah, but they're super Pumas. They're not the RAF one.
Oh, right.
The only RAF one I know of, and it's out of production now, is Airfix.
Yeah.
They did a 48 scale Puma. Was it a Puma? No, it was a Merlin, sorry.
Yeah. I know they used to do 172 years ago, back in the 90s. But I know Matchbox did one as well. But
yes, Matchbox did 72nd scale, wasn't it?
Yeah. But all the Pumas that you get now are the super Puma, like what the French and the Italians use. It's not an RAF one.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping someone will release one, because they go out of service next couple of years, don't they?
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Hi, Lee.
But yeah, Adam, Challenger scale models. That's Adam. He's throwing fuel on the fire there. He said there's a Vez behind. He's meant to be good.
It is. I built the thing.
If you look back through our group over the previous week, you'll see what he's doing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A bit of controversy.
Hi, Lee. How are you doing?
You just get the blue touch paper.
It doesn't matter, does it? Yeah.
I think it's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
And I understand people that won't currently. But also I wouldn't berate anyone that does.
No. Exactly. It's a personal thing, isn't it? But it should
Absolutely.
Should be kept personal.
Our standpoint as a club is, if anyone builds either a Russian manufactured kit, which is going to be Zvezda pretty much, or a Russian subject, then that's allowed on our group.
Yeah.
Because I've got Zvezda kits in the stash that were purchased way before any issue. And they were purchased from UK shops. So the problem that a lot of these traders are having now is they purchased this stock 2-3 years ago before there was any issue. That money's already gone. That money was sent years ago to the manufacturer or the wholesaler or whatever. Now, a lot of these traders have got thousands of pounds worth of stock that they can't get rid of.
I got
people are boycotting that manufacturer. So, but again, it's a personal thing, and I understand why people would choose not to. You know, lots of people build German armor now, but would they have built German armor in 1940? Probably not. So it's a very personal thing, isn't it?
It's like Tamiya, isn't it? People buy Tamiya. Why? Yeah, it's the most prudent.
But would they have bought a Japanese manufactured product in 1940?
No,
probably
they
not.
Buy Japanese products in the 1960s. My grandfather.
It's a very emotive subject. So I mean, places, corporations. So according to, as far as I know, according to the World Trade Organization, currently, there is an embargo on certain products and services that are either manufactured or based in Russia. That's worldwide. You can't buy them. It's illegal. but it only applies to certain classes of goods. Plastic model kits is not on that list, so there's no issue. As far as the World Trade Organization is concerned, there's no issue. So you can still get them. Whether people choose to buy them or not is entirely a personal thing. But I feel for the traders and the retailers that have now got thousands of pounds worth of stock tied up that money traded hands years ago, potentially.
But then these people will get up and eat their cereal in the morning, where the wheat's probably come from Russia.
Maybe. Who knows?
You know?
Who knows? It's very, yeah, it's an emotive subject. And I think every club, modeling group, page, YouTube channel, whatever, has to kind of make a decision as to what they're going to do. We've made that decision our club has made that decision. But there are other places such as Amazon, eBay. You cannot sell a Zvezda kit on eBay. They'll take that.
Will they?
No, they'll take it down.
Yeah.
Because it's Russian manufactured. But that's the business that's made that decision. That's eBay that's made that decision, not the World Trade Organization. So, yeah. But, I mean, there's a guy, I don't know whether you're aware of him, you probably are, Chris Meddings. So he's a publisher in the community. For a company, he owns and runs a company called Inside the Armor. And he also does a podcast with Will Patterson called the Sprue Cutters Union.
Oh, yeah.
So you probably heard him. So I had a good chat with Chris in the week because Chris also does another podcast called Models from Ukraine, which is all Ukrainian-based manufacturers, modelers. And he's released 2 books. Chris has released 2 books called Models for Ukraine. The entire proceeds of those book sales, he's donated to a Ukrainian humanitarian, you're talking thousands and thousands. So he's got first-hand knowledge, really, of the issues around Russia and Ukraine because he speaks to people in the Ukraine all the time. He does a whole podcast around it and speaks to these people who live in it. And he was probably the most balanced, most intelligent person in that whole debate on our group. Now, he has his own views about what's going on over there, his own views about Russia, Russian manufacturers and everything else. But as he said, it's a personal decision.
It is.
It's a personal decision for the modeler. Just because you're building something Russian or a Russian subject by a Chinese manufacturer or whatever, it should be a model. It's not a political statement.
No.
And it's as simple as that, but hey ho.
Choberton's got a question. Any Vulcan kits out there that you can recommend? My father-in-law and friend was a captain of one in RAF days, and he passed 3 weeks ago very suddenly, so want to build one in honour.
Airfix, I think, do one. And there are a 144 one as well. I can't remember who makes it now. Is it Trumpower?
I think it's a Great War Hobby.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So the new, don't get the old Airfix tool.
No. No.
Because that don't even look like a Vulcan, really. The new Airfix tool in 72nd scale is supposed to be quite a nice kit, but it's big. The Vulcan was a big plane. Yeah. You're talking, it was that big. No, it's probably wingspan on the 72nd kit is over a foot.
Yeah,
easily. So if you want something smaller, particularly if you're building it as a gift, you can mount it on a plinth or whatever. Then go Great War Hobby 1144. They're the only 2 I know about. I don't think there's any others.
Yeah.
There. What am I doing here?
It says he probably hadn't touched a kit in 50 years. Wow.
The thing is was it Tony Choberton Junction?
I don't know.
I think he put it in the chat earlier. I think it was Tony. I apologise if I got that wrong.
Wow.
Don't talk yourself out of starting, because that's your biggest hurdle. At the end of the day, anyone can build anything in the main, because all you're doing is gluing 2 bits of plastic to each other multiple times. That's all you're doing. The Vulcan, paint wise, you could brush paint a Vulcan. You know, if you're careful, you thin your paint, because the scheme on a Vulcan is hardline camo. It's, you know, you can do it. You can rattle can the underneath white if you need to. You don't need to go out and buy an airbrush and all that stuff. But don't talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it can.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
You've got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
You've got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And an airfix kit now, depending on the kit, if nothing else, their instructions are really good.
Yeah.
So if you're new to modeling, or you're coming back to modeling, or whatever, the airfix instructions and the way they lay them out now is so simple to follow. They're not like the Tacoma patch instructions, that's for sure. You know, they're dead easy to follow. So it will almost guide you through the build anyway.
Most things can be corrected anyway, can't they? You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, there's no dark art to this, what we do. I mean, some people are artists at it. They do a great job. And they're the people we all aspire to, and they're the people we watch and try and learn from. But there's no dark art to it at all. It's just practice. That's all it is. It's all it is. I was having a conversation with someone a few days ago, and they were fretting so much about panel lines on aircraft, on planes, how to do panel lines. They tried everything, and what was happening is, as they were moving the product from the surface of the aircraft to leave it in the panel line, it was damaging their paint, and they just couldn't. Didn't matter what they tried, they couldn't do it. However, they'd never used a clay-based wash to do it. They'd always use like an enamel, or you know, a lacquer or whatever. Well, you're going to have problems there if you're not careful. So dead simple. I put out a 20-minute video showing how to use a clay-based wash. Didn't even clear coat it. Just comes off with water. So it can be done. There's no dark art to it.
Yeah. Sluggo thinks monkey nuts is cute.
I think you're cute as well, Sluggo.
I'm starting to worry about you, Sluggo.
I'm starting to worry about myself.
Andy Preston says Luke gives some good advice. Need him on again, Sue.
Don't follow my advice.
Oh dear.
But the thing is, we all learn, don't we? So I didn't pick up my first model. I mean, I was a bit different, I suppose, because I didn't do it as a kid. I didn't do it as a child. I came to it years and years later. But I didn't just pick up a model and know how to weather. I didn't just pick up a model and know that you should use Tamiya Extra Thin, not Humbrol Tube Glue. It's stuff we all learn, and the only way we learn is by watching and learning from other modelers that have just been doing it longer. Everyone's at a different stage. You know, everything I know, I've learned off other people that have been kind enough to share it. And that's what the hobby should be about. That's what the community should be about. Now, I understand maybe if you're putting something into a big competition, you won't reveal that build until that competition is done. I get that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes there's quite a lot of money at stake, whether that be through sponsorship or whatever. So I understand that. But I mean, people like John Murphy, you know, massively published armor modeler, one of the best armor modelers in the world. He sent me messages before saying, "Oh, I seen you were struggling to get that olive green faded on that particular panel. Try this." Out of the blue. You know, they're willing to share everything. In the main, you're always going to get the arsehole that isn't. But in the main, everyone's helpful, and that's things like this, your group, everyone's helpful.
Yeah.
And we all learn off each other. No one knew everything when they opened the box of their first kit today, and we'll probably never know everything. And that's what keeps us doing it, because your best build you'll never do.
I never knew nothing. I still don't know nothing. So
yeah, but that's not true, is it? Because when you first started painting a Warhammer figure, do you think for 1 second the first Warhammer figure that you painted would have won first place in the Warhammer group build? The reality is no, it wouldn't.
no.
However, earlier this year, you did win first place in the Warhammer group build. Well, second place, sorry.
Second place.
You know, out of 20 odd people that had put Warhammer together, and you came second, voted for by people that build Warhammer.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have been able to do that with the first Warhammer figure you ever painted. So everything's a progression, isn't it? Everything is a... And in 5 years' time, the figures you're painting then will be way better than what you're doing now. It's the same for all of us. Every single thing we do, we learn from, and then the next one, we take what we've learned forwards, don't we? You know, I hope that the models I build now are better than the models I built 5 years ago, and I hope that the models I'm building in 5 years' time are the better ones than the ones I'm doing now.
It's forever learning.
Maybe.
It never stops. Never stops.
Yeah, I know. That's the first thing I've ever won in my life.
Well, there you go.
Nothing.
And bear in mind, I think it's important to say, as I'm saying on your live stream, there was no favoritism involved in that vote at all, because the admins on Black Rifle Model Works didn't vote. So there's no favoritism there, because we don't vote on the group builds in the main, and to avoid that issue. Most of the people in our group don't know who you are.
No.
It's a completely different sort of group.
Yeah.
So they don't know who you are. So they voted purely and simply on what they were seeing. And you came second. And you came second to Ian Rickers, who's been painting Warhammer figures for 40 years. And he's a master at it. He's painted for Games Workshop. Yeah, God's sake. You know, he's renowned at painting Warhammer, and he was the person that came first. Well, he's always going to come first in a Warhammer competition because he's bloody good at it, you know?
I didn't get that because I really liked. I said to Paul, didn't I? I even showed you his picture. Yeah. I thought, I don't believe that. How can I come next?
But you did.
That? I just didn't. It didn't comprehend with me.
I think
that was so much better.
People liked it and they voted for it, and you came second. So there you go.
I think, we're our own worst critics, aren't we?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I look at everything I do, and we're all the same. I can tell you on every single bit of that model, every single mistake, and there'll be hundreds on everything. But someone else looks at it, they don't know where they are.
No.
So unless you're on a real high level competition table, or your model's on a real high level competition, so they're looking for the mistakes. Those judges, that's how they judge it. They're looking for the mistakes in that model. That's not just, I quite like that. You know, they're looking for the errors.
Yeah.
Then they're going to spot them. That's the nature of modeling competitions. That's how it's done at the higher level. Because that's what the judges do.
Yeah.
So if you're putting something into that sort of competition, you've got to be prepared for that. You know, and not throw your toys out of the fan. Well, mine's better than theirs. Well, but it isn't, is it? Because essentially, when they get down to the 3 models in that class, the way they eliminate the other 2 and pick a first place is because it's got less mistakes. It's not perfect. It's just it's got less mistakes than second and third place. That's how they do it.
Mm.
It is what it is. But in the main, for most of us, people just look at it and they go, I really like that. And that's exactly what happened in that Warhammer build. They looked at your model, they looked at it and went, I like that, vote.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't have happened 5 years ago.
No.
Hello, Johnny.
It's all a journey. All a journey.
Yeah. Hi, Matt. Matt's in.
Matt. Hello, Matt.
And Johnny. Thanks, James, for the extra thumb. Thanks again. Another extra thumb. Thank you, James. Bless him. Johnny. Yeah. Hi, Johnny. David Bennett as well. Hello, David.
Hello, David.
Yeah, I'm a bit apprehensive with this one. I'm going really steady with this one because I know Ian has done this one.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
Yeah. And, oh God. Yeah. So
the thing is, it's Ian. And as I say, he's been doing this and painting these sort of things for over 40 years.
Now you've told me that, I'm even more whatever with it now.
I think we all need to. So, for example, next year I'm going to build aircraft.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to build an aircraft to the standard of Al McNeish. I'm just not going to be able to do it because Al's been building aircraft for years and years and years and years.
Yeah.
And I will never reach Al's standard because the models Al's building now,
yeah,
in 5 years' time, the models he's building then will be better than what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And I'm 20 years behind him. I'm never going to catch him up, am I? I'll be dead before I catch him up.
I know I'll never get to Ian's standard.
You've got to look at these people, get inspired and learn from them, but don't beat yourself up when it doesn't quite look like theirs. Because it's never going to. It's never going to. And everyone's got their own style as well. Yeah. Everyone has their own little stamp.
Yeah, you do your own thing with it, innit? Yeah. It's your own way of doing stuff. It's like building, isn't it?
If you can get to a point in the community where someone can look at a model and go, that's one of Sue Shaplin's eyes, without knowing whose it is.
God, never get there. Yeah.
That's it, you're there. Because everyone does it differently.
Yeah.
Everyone does it differently.
That's true.
Yeah. But he's already said, I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with this. And I'm like, no, please don't, Ian.
And I'll tell you what,
don't.
He is the nicest bloke in the world. He really is. I know him personally. I work with him. He's the nicest guy in the world. And he's so humble about what he does. Yeah. But it's world class what he does. It is.
Oh, he's oh my God.
Another one.
It's cracking.
He used to be around a bit. He's kind of drifted off. I think he's just had a baby and stuff. So he's obviously busy and the hobby's taking a bit of a back seat. But Simon Reynolds, when he paints Warhammer, he's won Golden Demon twice. But he's so humble about what he does. And he's done it with me. I've sat in a hangout with him and he's shown me how he does what he does. There's no secret. And he's won Golden Demon twice, the pinnacle of miniature painting in the world. He's won it twice. And he's so humble about it. He doesn't see what he does as anything different to what anyone else does. You know?
So he's still around then, is he?
He's floating around, yeah. I think he's just had a baby within the last few months. So that's kind of taken his attention away from the hobby for a little bit. But yeah, he's still floating around.
Hi, Craig.
Hiya, Craig. How you doing?
Interesting.
It is, yeah. But yeah, I'm in awe when I see Ian's work.
He is very good. He's very good. But he's a good all-round modeler. Like his aircraft and armor and stuff is really good as well.
Yeah.
But he's very good with an airbrush, very good, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
You know, you look at people like Gil Mondragon.
Oh my God, yeah.
So,
yeah.
What he does with an airbrush is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if you can airbrush to that standard, it doesn't matter what you're building, it's going to look good in it. You know, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, Gil's one awesome painter, isn't it? It's just.
I just don't know how he does his figures with the airbrush. I'm useless with the airbrush anyway.
Yeah, but Gil's been airbrushing since he was about 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So again, it comes down to practice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest tips that I ever learned off Gil about airbrushing: before you start spraying, hold that airbrush in your hand and just play with the trigger for like 5 minutes. No paint, no nothing. Just play with the trigger. So just hold an airbrush in your hand and just play with the trigger, get the tension, get the feeling, and then start spraying, because it creates muscle memory in your hand, and you'll know where the bite put is on the airbrush. Before you do anything with it, just hold it in your hand while you're making a cup of tea or whatever. Just play with the trigger, and it creates that muscle memory in your hand, so you'll always airbrush better if you do that. Always. And it works. It does work.
Where's Craig going to? They've had lots of call-outs, loads of rain because Craig's a fireman.
Loads of rain and flooding. Really, Craig? I can't remember where he is. Can't remember where you are, Craig.
I'm hoping it does that here, because the village I live in, if it proper rains, there's only one. Well, there's 2 ways in and out of the village, one each end. But when it proper rains, it floods and you can't get in or out, which means I've got to go to work in the morning. I can't get in or out. Unless they send the 4x4 to pick me up, but that'll take hours, so I'll have a lion.
Northeast. Yeah. Northeast.
It's like
thunderstorms, haven't they?
Yeah, man, many.
Up there. We had rain this morning, absolutely chucked it on. I tell you what, it was lovely. I loved it. Yeah. There was a smile on his face.
Summer rain when it's hot, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it was evil yesterday here. Absolutely evil yesterday here.
It cooled it right down, and I was so relieved. I was starting to lose it, because it was just, the heat was just getting to me too much. Couldn't stick it. What with me up, bloody flushing and all the rest of it. No, I couldn't stick it. I was starting to lose it a bit. And at night, because it's hot at night as well, and I thought there's no relief from it. It was just hot all the time. It's doing me head in. Couldn't cope. What's Dominic says? Yes, control over your airbrush so that you use as little paint as possible and do not get splashes.
Get it at practice later.
That's right, Luke. I did that too. I do watch his live streams. Okay.
I think that the biggest thing about airbrushing that took me years really to learn is consistency of the paint.
Yeah.
Will change what effect that paint has on the model. Yeah. And it took me years and years and years to kind of get your eye in almost. I don't measure anything. I don't measure like 1 mil of this, 2 mil of that. I don't do that. I do it all by eye.
Mm.
And your airbrush will tell you. If you listen to your airbrush when you're spraying, it will tell you whether that paint's at the right consistency. It will tell you whether you've got enough air pressure going through it or too much. Because the sound, once you get used to that particular airbrush, it will tell you. The problem comes is then when you change between airbrushes, because each airbrush works differently. It can be the same nozzle size, same needle size, different manufacturer, works differently.
See,
so you've got to know your airbrush. You've got to know the sound it makes when it's happy and the sound it makes when it's sad.
See, I don't turn my pressure down or anything. I just do it by control of my finger. That makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of people will spray, their compressor stays at sort of between, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and they just control it through their finger. But that's experience that allows you to do that. Other people will have to turn their pressure down or turn their pressure up. Otherwise, they just like hose the paint on or whatever. And if you turn your pressure down, the thinner your paint needs to be.
Yeah.
It is, you know, if you're spraying UMP primer, for example, if I'm spraying UMP primer, I'm spraying that through a fairly large needle at about 24 psi, and it sprays perfectly. But if I'm spraying MRP, firstly, I'm not spraying it through a 0.35 needle, I'm spraying it through a 0.15 needle, and I'm probably spraying at 6 psi. It all depends. There's no hard and fast rule for it, you know.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
It's one of those things, you've got to do it, try it, see what works.
Yeah.
You can't you can't write a list and say this is what you need. Depends on the temperature. We were talking before we went live. Today, where I am, there's no way I could have airbrushed today. Because temperature-wise and humidity, that paint's dry before it hits the model. And then you're going to get a really crappy grainy finish, you know? So you just got to avoid it sometimes. Yeah, it all has an impact on it.
Oh.
Good stuff.
Okay, Craig's off to walk his dogs. Back before we finish. You might make it back, Craig. You might not before we finish. All on about temperature. Gary said, I've been painting today and over thin due to the heat. After years, you just do it automatically.
Sin, when's your next build update? Curious.
Did he do one on the Corsair?
Yeah, done one.
Yeah.
Dan's off. He's off to play chauffeur.
Oh yeah, not done.
Yeah. Enjoy your shopping. I know you will.
So where's Sam been then? Where have you been then, Sam? I haven't seen you for ages. I presume she's in a new flat or house now.
Oh, she's been there ages, dear.
I'm falling way behind tonight.
She's been in there ages.
Right, folks, I am going to have to go because my bear is getting restless, and that ain't a good thing.
It's
So I'm trying to be waiting for it to cool down a bit before I take him on his evening walk. So I'll definitely do that now. Because you don't want a 46 kilo Akita getting restless. So yeah, I'm gonna have to take him out. But thank you very much for having me. Thank you everyone in the chat, and come and join us on the 29th, and we'll raise as much money as we can for Kids for Kids and a very worthy cause.
Yep, I'll keep plugging Luke.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Speak soon, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Lovely. Thanks for having me. See you later. Bye bye.
Welcome. Bye. There we go. Oh God, look at these. You'll change that in a minute. Yeah, that was lovely, Luke. It was nice to see Luke, wasn't it? He explained it better than I blooming did. Or we did on Tuesday.
Oh wow, well done, Sam. As long as you're all right.
Yes, I know, Sam. He's a bit behind, isn't he?
I'm a bit behind, Sam. Saying bye to Luke.
Yeah, they're all saying bye to Luke. Yeah. Yes. Excellent. Let's have a look at the chat a minute. All saying bye to Luke. Awesome. Zinze, Mr. Plastic, I will put another out in another. Oh God, put my teeth in. I will put another out in around 5 or 6 days. Thanks, mate.
Forward to seeing that, Zin.
We are.
Right, I know Rob's in bloody chat, because I see him there.
Yeah, Rob's there.
Yeah, Rim's there.
I'm doing this one, Rob. Right? Have I done these tracks right? Because to me, you got a job to bend the bloody things. Right there, and they break.
Was there somewhere?
You need to do what I said.
Yeah, she'll have to. When I put them on, you'll be around.
Right. Yeah, don't. I know it tells you to build 89 links, whatever. Yeah. But don't build 89 links, if you know what I mean. Do them in stages. Yeah. So while the glue's still wet, yeah, still pliable, so you can bend it around the wheels, like the drive sprocket and the return roller, and get your sag. Yeah.
Silly bloody idea, but yeah.
Yeah.
Know what you mean.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. But they'll easily break.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem, really.
Yeah.
It just seems a bit of a silly bloody idea. There. It's done.
Andy's saying building stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to it, I will, because they'll soon break apart.
Yeah.
Harry's saying Lincoln Lake tracks, Paul, do them around running gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I get it. Don't do my armour very much, but I'm getting there. Yeah.
What Terry's going. Is he still on is on an airbrush? You have to watch straining metal paint. You will take all the flake out of it.
Yeah, because Harry's put a come up there. He always strains his paint.
Ah, right. I missed that one then.
Yeah. Yeah, I've started doing it on some of it, like my older bottles.
Thanks,
Because
Rob.
when you get the residue around the top, you get big bits falling.
Oh.
And if you get that in your airbrush, you're never going to get it out. Well, you will get it out, but it'll clog up your airbrush.
I'm not the most confident at using the airbrush, in all fairness.
You're not too bad.
Yeah, I will. I do it, and I'm not too bad, but I'm not.
That's because you don't do it all the time, do you?
No. I'm more relaxed using the airy stick than I am using the airbrush.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm the opposite now.
Yeah.
Give me a paintbrush, and I'm like, wow, what do I do here?
Come on, Rims, tell me it's a good kit. I ain't going to end up with problems. Not on there, Rob. I just finished the scope. He's totally finished now. That's a Rebel kit. It scope art. Come out all right. Goes together well. Come on.
You said don't want lumps in your nozzle.
No, you don't want lumps. Painful.
You speak for yourself, Hugh.
Is it still working? Is your nozzle still working all right, Hugh?
Leave it.
Kurt says, I think on some models I've never even used a paintbrush.
Come to think of it, I think there's. Yeah, I've done that.
That's fantastic.
What, clogged your nozzle?
No, I've not used a paintbrush.
Oh,
Load of time, Susan, please.
He called me Susan. Oh dear. Oh, except for decal solution, he says.
Yeah.
Sam does both paint and airbrush. Johnny says, I'm getting more comfortable with the airbrush, stepped up to a decent brush.
Yeah, well, I'm getting on all right with that, that cheap finger. A brilliant little brush for the price.
Rob says fantastic kit, Paul.
Well done. Let's hope
So
we
you
can
can
do it
breathe a sigh of
justice.
relief. Mark Shellard said it's so warm it's stuck to my leg, peeling it off like a slice of raw bacon. Oh my life. I can see now Luke's gone, the chat's gone downhill, can't you? You waited till Luke gone.
I'm going to copyright that, who? Because I made a bloody fortune, couldn't I?
Mark's off.
Oh, Mark Andrews. Yeah, try Mark.
See you later, Mark.
Dad's taxi time. See you later, Mark.
Thanks for popping in. See
Lee-
what
The Eagle, what about cocktail stick painting?
Yeah, I use a cocktail stick a fair bit.
What, to
Yeah,
paint with?
Yeah, I do for dials or anything like that.
Yeah.
Or knobs.
On the, some of the controls on that links, I did with a cocktail.
Yeah,
Some of the switches and the controls. No, you know you can't see it, but I've done it.
yeah. Easiest way to do them, isn't it? A cocktail stick.
Yeah. Or an old airbrush needle I've been using lately as well.
Yeah.
Hugh said, working a treat now, Monkery. Your trick becomes a habit, mate.
I know, I'll copyright it, didn't I?
Kurt says that he's gotten very experienced in masking. For airbrushing. When he masks up to airbrush, you can do it fairly quickly now.
Yeah.
What's Gary saying? Depends on what paint I'm using. I don't usually strain any paint, but only mainly use proper car paint. I won't buy modelling paint anymore as I find it's a rip-off. Pure quality car paint for best results.
Yeah, same stuff nearly, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they're all saying night to Mark.
Oh, Manuel.
Manuel's in. Hello, Manuel.
Hello, Manuel.
Manuel been doing live streaming, but he don't seem to get many people in there.
He don't get many people in, does he?
Find his link, Kenny, and put it in the chat there because no one got anything to do.
I'll have a look.
He was on tonight, one in this evening. I did see he was on, and I was watching a bit, Manuel. I don't always comment because I'm normally doing something. So put your link in, then perhaps people will come over and chat.
Right, then there's Manuel's link to his channel.
Do we put it up in your Facebook group?
No. Give Manuel a sub. Go over and watch him when he's live. Me and Paul are normally over there, but not many people, and I'm not talking to Monkey because I can talk to an ear. So it's pointless talking to Monkey in the chat, isn't it? So come on, guys, get over there and say hello to Manuel in his chat and have a chat to us. When do oh God, I can't remember. When do you normally go live, Manuel?
Anytime, I think.
Eh?
Anytime, I think.
Is it? It is, isn't it? I think. I did ask him before. But thank you, Sam and Mark.
He's a nice guy, Manuel. I'm going to turn this light out.
Yeah, bless him. Oh, you're welcome, Manuel.
Catching the eyes. Oh dear, someone just blowed in the window, I think.
But as I say, it's pointless me and Monkey talking to each other. I've got him here in the house. So it'd be nice to get a few of you guys over there saying hello to Manuel in his chat when he goes live. Don't forget to ring his bell so you know when he goes live.
Yeah, I've just subbed.
And get over there and say hello and have a chinwag in the chat. That'd be lovely.
I was watching a video this morning, this chap, tremendous work, out of this world. He only had 700 subs. And you think to yourself, why have you only got 700 subs, you know?
Yeah.
It's just crazy the work he was doing.
Thanks, guys. You're a lovely lot, you is. Thank you.
Just someone else to go and have a yap to afternoon.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I can't keep it up. I think Manuel goes live when he's at the bench, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ring his bell, you'll know when he goes live. He does it spontaneously.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, it's normally at the weekend, he says. There we go. Yeah. It's in the afternoons, I think, isn't it? Or late afternoon, is it? I can't remember when he done it now. I keep getting little flies flying around me. They're annoying me now.
Bloody pollen just blown in from somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's because he's working, so he's got a... It's really annoying me now. So he's got to pick and choose when he can go at the bench and go live because he's working. But,
yeah, I can't remember. I did sub to Harry, but he's making... Oh, they're just fantastic. They were, and I thought, you only got 700 subs. Just crazy.
Oh, so that's lovely. So that's giving Manuel a few more subs. Well done, guys. Thank you. Next time he goes live, we'll be able to come in and say hello, Manuel, and have a chinwag in your chat. That would be lovely, that will. As I say, it's pointless me going in there and Monkey going. I can talk to him over here in the house. Pointless talking to him, just he in the chat, isn't it? Thank you. Oh, my little stub muffin. Look at that. He said he was already subbed but he's rung his bell now. Well done. Well done. There we are. Fruit flies, Sue. Yes, Andy, I think they are. I'm going to shut my door in a minute. I've got my doors open because it's cool now, see? So it's nice. Time's it? Oh, 5 more minutes we got.
I work again in the morning.
That's the link Gary's put in. Oh, there we go. He says, yes, Sue, afternoon, about 3-4 o'clock.
Yeah.
There you go. It's normally about 3 or 4 o'clock that he goes on the weekends.
Oh, excuse me. They do. They don't always give out notification, do they?
So look out for that.
I know one man, Jason and Model Kit stuff, very rarely I get a notification when he's on. And that's
I don't know why. His bell's rung, but sometimes I don't get a notification for something.
I don't know, Jason, for some reason. I don't know why.
Why have I got...
There.
For...
Excuse me, I'm yawning me bloody head off here.
Oh, I'll have a look at that in a minute, Philip. I've just noticed you've sent me a message. I'll have a look at that after the show. Thank you, Philip. Just thank you.
Yes, that's right, Sam. It works when it feels like it, I think.
Yeah.
does, doesn't it? YouTube itself is totally a mind of its own, I think.
Jeff said he doesn't get all notifications either.
No, it's a mind of its own.
No.
Some days you can look at your subs, you think, oh, I've lost 5 today. Then tomorrow you look, you've gained 6. You think,
Yeah.
oh, bloody hell's going on here?
David JM says YouTube doesn't give us the notice. I miss a few people, I would like to say. Yeah, it's a pain in the butt sometimes, isn't it?
Then you go to YouTube studio and it's all bloody different. So I don't know how it works.
Hello, Lord.
Well,
Nice
Mark,
to see you. He said, hello, it's rather hot and the gin's warm. Oh, that's no good, having warm gin. Oh, well done, everybody. 60 thumbs up. Thank you ever so much. Yeah, he snuck in right at the end, my lord.
57 in at one point.
Yeah, we nearly had 60 in at one point, didn't we? Well done, everybody. Wow. That's cracking, that is.
That'd be bloody fun.
You've done really well tonight.
Yeah, we keep saying it. It's one for you guys, win me for us.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sat here if there's just a dozen people win.
You cheeky bugger, James. Don't time fly when having fun. Feels like I've been on here for hours. Only joking. It's fun. It was fun. Cheeky sod.
Yeah, well, don't forget you post your work up for Tuesday. Oh, Wayne.
Yes, that's what I've got to do as well. I've got to do that tomorrow.
Oh, Wayne. No, next one will be is probably Terry.
Yeah, we promised Terry. We've been promising Terry for ages.
Yeah, probably Terry. I'm waiting for Terry to give me the go-ahead. Terry will message me when he's feeling up to it and he's okay. Terry will give me a message. Won't you, Terry? Terry's still in the chat. I see him there. Oh, they certainly do, Sam. Yeah. I wore my T-shirt. Look, and me buddy isn't even in the chat. Look at that. If I hadn't have put this on, he'd have turned up like a bad penny.
Terry says it's good to go anytime. We'll sort it out then.
I'm good to go. Oh, right. Okay, Terry.
It'll be a Sunday.
We'll sort that out. I'll get in touch with you.
God. Bloody eyes is watering like it.
What's Jamie getting time date for, Philip? Let me look back up the chat. Oh, yeah. Don't talk. Yeah. Been here for hours. Yeah. You tell him, Philip. You tell him. Get him, Philip. Get him. Oh, dear.
You did. Oh, nice.
Right. I think you've done well tonight, guys. Considering it's
They're nicely.
It's been warm. You feeling all right there,
Hey.
Richie?
No.
Hot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hot.
Oh, well, we're not too bad actually tonight. I mean,
It's cooler for us. Hiya, John.
We're still bloody 24 in here. Oh, John. Right. Richie's suffering. That's what me.
You've just come in as we're about to say good night, John.
Yeah, because we've got to be up in the morning.
It is a school night, and poor Richie, he's suffering.
Dying.
Doesn't see that he's hot. bless your heart. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back on Sunday.
Tuesday.
No, we won't. We'll be back on Tuesday. What am I talking about? It's Sunday today, isn't it?
When the weather stays calm, yeah.
Yeah, it should be cooler next week by all accounts, so that'll be great. Don't forget to put your finished builds into the finished build gallery on the group. Thanks for all your thumbs up, and thanks to Luke for coming in and sharing the kits for kids, and explaining all of that, because we just were bloody hopeless at doing that.
Well, come on, horse's mouth, you could say.
Thanks for doing that. You're a star. And we will see you on Tuesday. And go and cool off. Because that's what we're going to do.
With the hose pipe on me.
Yeah.
I'll stop yawning.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a couple of days.
Bye.
Cheers, guys.
Night,
Take care,
everyone.
all.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.